All right, folks, this is Promathia's place. Now we're over in Founders, actually. Yeah, we're over in Founders. And let me read their blurb. A restful abode for myself and the troops I lead. It houses the spoils of countless adventures and stands among the graves of long-lost allies. During its construction, an ancient tunnel was uncovered, revealing a path to a long-forgotten shrine. Very interesting because we're close to the coast. So for all we know, like, it could have been like this place that was here before the Sundering and all that. And then once it split off, it might turn into like something crazy, but it might not be like ancient Night Elf ruins. It might be like this whole kobold thing full of spiders or something like that. But let's take a look at what we can see up here. You can see how the lot is like fully fenced off. Maybe if one day they have like animals and pets and what have you here, there'll be a way to like kind of keep them from wandering around too much, or perhaps protecting from some of the maybe not dangerous animals outside, but ones that might threaten like our little critters and little buddies. So we come in. Very spacious outer area so far. We have our little stable, not flight point, but merely a stable where this bird is feasting good. Oh, they're comfortable. This bird's like, yeah, it's nighttime too. This is my time, so don't get too close. I'm like, okay. But surrounded by hay, they have like great bedding. They're just eating. Yep, they're excited. So they're having a good time. Very, very nice. Now, it's still daytime over here, but you can see like the illuminations from some of the bits of like decor here, as well as the house itself. You have a little bit of light up front. There's the boss. Hey, what's up, boss? All right, next is a little place for snackies. Gotta have our snackies while we're out here. Going around, we got our little shop pond. Oh, kind of a shame that it's all the way back here. It could be up front, nice and prominent, but it's also a great way of filling up space. Now, curiously enough, we have this trellis that we're passing through, as if this spot here, okay, it's this isolated spot for graveyard. Looks like they're here too. They're not just memorials, they are here. You know, absent friends, old buddies, all that. Nice. Personally, I gotta say, even in a fantasy world, I don't think I would want my character, I don't think I would want a gravestone or whatnot of friends or whoever. I don't want them there. Like, it's a bit close. I don't know if I would want them like next to the house, or I would just have like this kind of like isolated spot that's dedicated for them instead. I mean, maybe. We are in this part of Founders where it's kind of warranted. Not my thing, though. All right, so we're making our way around past the little bird. I think we're ready to head inside. So very curious cave stuff. Now, when we first enter the place, it has the look of a normal house, if you want to consider the flying books. Normal house, all right? We step in, we're greeted with food. It has this welcoming vibe. The kitchen's right over on the side. We got some more to enjoy. Kind of like workshop-y areas. We are feasting right over here, but so far it looks like, most of the food's out. You know, they're having goulash, or someone's having lobsters, some folks want kebabs. It's all good. Back here is something. We'll go there later, though. Let's explore. I'll explore a bit more of the kitchen area, too. Yeah, great place for snackies, relaxing. Maybe some pets can like hang out here while we're chilling. Nice little details here. And separate eating spots. So while not a restaurant, you know, it is a place to, you know, maybe have like guests over. Maybe normally. Like today is like, okay, we have like guests over, but like these tables are made of freaking stone, so we can't just move them, push them together. It's like, great going, Jeff. We're still going with the whole Jeff thing. why did you get stone tables that we can't just rearrange? Like, we put them down when they had them delivered, and now we can't freaking move them. It's like we have to call our neighbors down the street if we want to help them move the tables. Like, yeah, well, I thought that we would just have like one table for us and the family, and then this other table could be like for work and all that stuff. Yeah, well, when I want to have like, my mom and her family over and all that stuff, now we all sit in separate places and it's all weird. It's like, well, can't do anything about it now, girl. Sorry. We gotta live with our stone tables. I ain't that strong yet. Shucks, I'm only level 5. So what can we do? What can we do? Let's head into the kitchen spot, shall we? See, smart. Things with wheels on them. Easy to move around. Modular, But yeah, we have this fun spread. Kind of minimal, actually. And I'm cool with that. So here's like the prep table plus pantry. We have a sparse amount of things going because it looks like all the major prep is done. Things are just cooking or otherwise sitting on warmers, ready to go, ready to be served and all that. Of course, the good stuff. We got wines. We got coffees. You can't go... Jeff can never go wrong here. You'll never have enough coffee. And here is the pantry proper. Very, very filled out. Nice and stocked. Mixed ingredients are even ready to go. It's like for drinks and all that too. So great kitchen spot plus wine bar or plus wine storage and all that. Do I want to go down there yet? Okay, I'm just gonna peek real quick. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go later. Yeah, we'll see where that leads us. You're saying, okay, Pinky says go there. Okay, I'm going. My resolve is weak. Let's go. Boop. Okay, so okay, that's something. We're definitely gonna say that for later. So tunnel there, and then we got way more house. So since we're here, let's go this way. Oh wow. So Warband style housing. And by Warband, we're talking barracks. Very minimal stuff. Hard to tell if this is a Warband who is yet to move in, right? Or if they are very, very disciplined, like military style. And it's like, okay, you're done. There's going to be very, very little, if any, personalization for themselves. But we do have like some kind of rare pieces that are out here. But when they're out, they're out. It's all business. This thing stays super clean. So when folks like me come in, I'd never know. But it does have that evidence of, just imagine, at some point, like the place is full of activity, like, okay, the whole crew is home. Everyone's just kind of like laughing, doing their thing, throwing stuff around. Up here, they're playing some basketball and, just fraternizing. It's all good. But when it's time to go, it's all cleared out. So very disciplined team, I like to think. And then here's a sample of all the armaments: Death Knight stuff, Paladin stuff, Demon Hunter stuff, more stuff, monk things, everything that we've basically have seen in housing so far when it comes to the depiction of weapons. So all sorts of stuff are out. Right through here. Okay, this is going to be kind of sprawling. So trophy kind of room is how I'm looking at this. Things we've collected, places we've been, classes we've destroyed, and all that. And maybe like some favorite classes too. Yeah, I would definitely say it's like a bunk room for like alts and everything. Now they could be like the just kind of like the throwaway alts if they wanted to call it that. Meanwhile, we might see some dedicated rooms for like their main and like a couple folks. Oh, I'm sure I missed a room. Don't worry. I know I've missed quite a bit, but I'll make my way around. Trust. actually correct me if I totally miss something and I and I forget about it. So up here, profession style stuff. And we see like nice, easy references. Mining, blacksmithing. No woodworking yet. Blizzard. I know that. I admit that even I wasn't really a proponent of woodworking. I'm still not. But, you know, seeing some of these things, it just makes you think. It's like, oh, man, it would be like really cool if there was something to that. Yeah, lots of profession celebrations here. Some of it, I gotta say, feel a little unfinished, like the tailoring stuff. It felt a little sparse. Alchemy feels a little sparse. Engineering looks good because engineering is the best profession of them all. I mean, it's got all the cool things anyway. So let's go inside here into the workshop. See? So they carry the same bias as me, with profession being the greatest of all the professions. It's great because it just takes your money, because it doesn't provide gear or anything like that, but people love it. So that's how you know. If you see an engineer, they are not fair weather fans. They are like totally locked into the sunk cost fallacy, plus extreme copium that someday we will in fact get a new Blingtron. It's only been a few years. I'm sorry, a few expansions. It's been quite a few years, but a few expansions. Next time we're gonna get it for sure. Watch. Bet. So what's over here in the jewel crafting spot? Here we have, oh, things brighten up. Ooh. Wait, for real? Is this the jewel crafting spot? I mean, they say it is, but okay, maybe engineering was not their favorite profession. Yeah, so instead, but it's a great trophy room spot. Love the look of it. Very clean. The display cases like perfectly match the intent here. So let's keep going down. It looks like there's more trophy room stuff right ahead. Now, of course, if we were intruders, those statues would be like, oh no, I better back up. Yeah, because there's lots of space here. Actually, wait, no. I'd be able to like, so just imagine a bunch of arrows are like shooting through. You're waiting for their cooldown. You move up. Oh wait, there's no coverage here. Oh crap. So we can back up this far and like that's it. So if I'm ranged, I can throw some judgments, maybe do that, run back again so I can avoid the line of sight. Otherwise, at some point, I just gotta like run up, grab these dudes and melee the crap out of them. So you gotta think of strats sometimes when you're doing housing as well. Over here, more trophy room. Lots more. Now, very spacious in this spot. I feel like they can do with adding more in sometime in the future. But in the meantime, this is where you tell stories. It's like, yo, let me tell you how I got all these great trophies. I'm gonna do this with a song. So I first queued up, and they're like, oh, stop, dude. Stop. Just keep smoking, man. Just smoke harder. If he has enough, he'll just pass out, then it'll be okay. You know, let's just enjoy the vibes. Okay? All right. And then, yeah, and then when he's high, he just shuts up and just paints. So that's what he does. Fun. Now, oh, okay, we've shifted really hard all of a sudden. So, I guess after having all that hookah, this is what, you know, they pass out, and this is what happens. They're like, "Whoa, dude, what happened?" Whoa, yeah, now things just gotten kind of crazy. Now it feels like there's like one of each is what I'm seeing here. It's a tactic I call one of each. And we're seeing one of each of the void decor being put out in this array. So I would say this isn't, you know, yeah, I'm in space, sure. But this is also continuing that whole gallery kind of feel. Like, yo, look at all the stuff that I got. It just happens to be set up in this nice, neat spot Oh, and there's the boss. I was about to sit in the chair. That would have been hella rude. If I sat in it, they would have been like, yep. They would have grabbed me. They would have yeeted me right off, right over that. That would have been it. So I apologize. But yeah, this is where he goes after all that smoking. After he gets like shouted down for trying to sing. So I feel kind of bad actually. Now he's like, oh, I just wanted to sing, man. I thought I had a cool song. I was writing my song and everything. It was cool. I wanted to present it to my friends, and then they just rejected me. So I'm just gonna brood out here, guys. And then all of his friends are like, all right, we're just gonna be in here. They're just gonna keep smoking and just kind of chilling. But it's all right. You know, they'll bounce back. They're all buddies. Remember, it's a warband house. You know, so everyone gets along. They're just ribbing each other. They're just poking fun. It's all love, man. When it comes down to it, raid time. All right, we're gonna come together. We're gonna crack skulls as a family. But then they're gonna bring up the whole song thing again and just give them a hard time, because that's a part of being in a guild. All right, so I went that way. I did not go this way up. And we enter the Warband Sauna here. Let me close this guy. I don't want the heat to get out. Now here we have we do have like some benches here, but we have a pretty high ceiling for what we typically see in a sauna. Now, of course, this also includes a hot tub too, which is like a very, very dangerous combination. You know, you have your high heat above, you're pretty much cooking yourself in this boiling water, so you pass out. It's a bad, see, that's why you have to go all the way upstairs to like the hookah and all that stuff, because if you combine all that together, it's a high likelihood you'll just boil yourself alive, and then you'll end up just cooked, literally, if you were to do that. So very thoughtful, I think. Very thoughtful when doing the construction of the spot. You know, they're thinking of the team. Then you're down here, you know, you kind of come back from a hard day of adventure and you just want to relax. You want to have like the cool stuff a bit more accessible like that. All right, so I'm going to still wait on that. I'm going to double check the other wings here and see. Yeah, because I went through that spot. I want to explore what's up here though, or what's over here though. So this is the weird library area we were just looking at as soon as we walked into the place. So in an otherwise normal spot. Now here we have different sorts of collections, not exactly celebrations, but more like, cool artifacts that have been uncovered and things that warrant further study. And so here's some members of the Warband processing things, going through things, defeating mobs that happen to spawn because you clicked on a book and then it summons some ancient beast. It's like, uh-oh, smash. Because that ancient beast was like super, super tiny, but no less dangerous, right? So we continue this climb here. Oh, we've seen this combo before in one of the earlier houses where we had both the eyeball and the little Titan Forge light thingamajig coming together. You know, tells us how much they really loved Battle for Azeroth. No shame in that. Probably their favorite expansion. Again, no shame in that. They obviously admitted it, but yeah. We entered this bedroom here, and it's full of all of our cute buddies. All the plushies are here, hanging out. Boop. And away from the hot boxes and everything. Right back here, this tucked away bathroom setup. Notice the kind of mess that we have here. Not exactly a mess. It's very controlled chaos that we have here. But then they wanted to use this to tuck, they wanted to tuck a bathroom in here. They wanted a little bit more space, so they just carved out a little bit more with the privacy screen right over here. And there we have it. That's kind of it. So this happened to be like a kind of a T-shaped room, and then they added one more closet space to give themselves enough area for like the vanity, places to set down their cabinet and all that. Yeah, very nice and easy. So this is the boss's room. but I would say it's still very modest. You know, downstairs, you had very minimal stuff. You know, there was very little personalization there. Here, there's a little bit more, you know, plus pets and everything. Soon we'll be able to have perhaps tens and tens of pets inside the house. But what they have here, a lot of fun. Nice and easy. All right, so I think now we're going to head into that portal. Now we're going to satisfy my curiosity and see what sorts of madness is through here. So, again, the story was that that during its construction, an ancient tunnel was uncovered, revealing a path to a long-forgotten shrine. I mean, it might be a one-room shrine, but I'm very eager how this is carved out. So, like, I guess when they blasted this thing open, like, this whole hallway was already present. So you already had all this stuff, and it looks like we have troll stuff. At first I was saying, oh, it might be like ancient Calderai stuff. Like, no, maybe not in this region, but it was trolls that we might be checking out right through here. And nope. Wait. So an ancient tunnel led outside, or this might be one of those really cool things where it actually is a tunnel. We actually are underground. This is all an illusion. But I did not expect this. I did not expect a paladin shrine. Yeah, wait. So back in the days, fun transition. Back in the days of the trolls, these are Amani trolls, by the way. You know, this ancient paladin temple was here. Interesting. Now, note the construction. Platforms, beams, more platforms right up top. It's a very simple setup, but very effective. A lot of it's thanks to just the arrangement, especially with the lights that help to kind of center us towards the middle here. That's great. Now on the side here, creatures are about, which again, that makes this very curious. So it's accessible from the outside. I guess it was just a place that seemed isolated, and then it was found. But then you have other indigenous life that happen to be here, like the Murgles. So Murgles be here. Oh, it's great. But it also has this kind of otherworldliness to it. And it could be that too, you know, because there was no attempt to make like this sort of transition. So we might end up in, you know, we may very well be in this very high elevation for all we know. This portal just happens to take us there. That's neat. All right. So I think we've seen all the rooms in this place. Yeah, we started here. We went through each of these paths here. I kind of feel bad for Jeff for making fun of like the stone tables. It's like, okay, you know, bad call with how they put these together and initially placed them. But yeah, I'm sure if you called up some neighbors, got some friends and whatnot to come together, you know, just make a little thing out of it. Once they're done, serve them dinner or lunch or whatever. I'm sure it won't take too long. Not so bad. Yes, thank you. Thank you for showing us this place.